So today's card challenge is going to be on flowers, but more than that, this video is about how to watercolor flowers. And this is a very easy way to do watercolor if you are a super beginner or you've never even tried watercolor before. This is a great tutorial for you. I'm going to be using an aqua painter, and I'll show you what that is in a minute, and some ink pads. All right, so you don't need a whole bunch of supplies to do this, just a couple of your favorite ink pads, ink colors. You'll need a stamp of flowers though. So that is what makes this so easy, is the stamp, the water pad, and the aqua pen. And I can't wait to share with you how to do this. Okay, hey, there we are. Debbie Spicer, good morning. It is also Wednesday, and Wednesday is my card challenge day. Last week we did a sketch, and some of the sketches were really great. We even had one that was really different than the sketch, but very much the sketch. I just love how she interpreted it. It was great. Okay, and I've said okay 4 million times now. Hey, oh, thank you, Debbie, for sharing. I really appreciate that. All right. So, for those of you who have just found me, and this is your first time with Creating with Kristina, my name's Kristina Reese, and I come live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on my Facebook page at 9 a.m. Central Time. And I love helping card makers with their card making skills by sharing tips and art design skills in my card making videos. So, I know, it's like Debbie is like, where did everybody go? They're all gone. No, they'll be here in a minute. All right, to do this card, so let me switch my camera over. There we go. To do this card challenge, we're going to need some tools. We will need an aqua painter. This is an aqua painter, and all it is a paintbrush with water. And so you just unscrew the top from it, and you fill this part with water. Okay, and then you just squeeze and water comes out to your tip, and that is an awesome paintbrush. Okay, so you don't have to have water dipping into the water. Now you will need a paper towel for when you want to switch colors, because you do need to get the color off of the brush before you switch colors. There's some people for us. Hey, Jennifer from Michigan. We got Kim in the house and Patty. Welcome, and Vicki. Good morning, good morning. All right. Also, don't forget, this is our last chance clearance sale, and I'm going to be using some stamps that are going to be retiring today. This Happy Thoughts will no longer be available after May 3rd, and it is an amazing stamp set. I think everyone needs this in their collection because it has the congratulations, thank you, thinking of you, and happy birthday, but it also has the inside sentiments. Today is a great day because it's all about you, the great person you are, the great things that you do. Just wanted to send some happy thoughts your way. And then the little things you do so well and so often make a big difference to so many people. Those are just, I mean, it's just a great stamp set. The other one that is retiring is the Ornate Style. And this big, beautiful stamp here, whoops, sorry, it's in my stamp apparatus. This one here, really large, but it's great when you want a nice background stamp or you want a big focal point, okay? So we're going to be using that today. And let's see. Also, it comes as a bundle right now, 10% off if you buy both of them at the same time. And I went ahead and cut out all the pieces with black paper so you could really see the beauty of these border dies. All right, so one die would give you this big beautiful border, and the other die, and I don't know if you can tell in the video, but it has a stitched edge along those little dots. So those are two border dies. Then here's another border die, but it has the piece to cut it out so it's separate also. And then here's a border die, and then here's a third one. I'm sorry, not a third one. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth one. But this doesn't actually have a border per se, but you would cut it out and put it on your border. But it also has these three little pieces, so you could do these in different colors and put them on there. So this is called the Ornate Border Dies, and it goes with the Ornate Style stamp set. All right. Get all that out of the way. You're also going to need some ink pads, and we have the Calypso Coral and Mint Macron. What else are we going to need? We're going to need some cardstock. So I have the base is in Bumblebee, and I've cut it at 4 1/4 by 11 because I'm going to be tying a ribbon around it, and it's easier to do it that way. I'm using a punch called the Tailored Tag Punch. I love this punch, and so I've already stamped thank you on it, and then I punched another one out. We're going to cut this one in half, and so that it's peeking out from the top and the bottom, so that you can see it. And then you're going to need some watercolor paper. All right, now, so I've already started on the project, and let me zoom in just a wee bit here. I've already started on the project. I used my Stamparatus to stamp the image onto the cardstock in StazOn ink. Now, you need to remember when you're working with watercolor, you need a solvent-based, alcohol-based ink so it won't bleed or mix. The black lines will stay solid, and they won't smear or anything when you start adding water to it. If you use this one, you're going to have a big mess on your hands. All right, so this is the one you use with watercolor. And like I said, I've already stamped it on there, and I've already started coloring. So I'm going to pull this up here, and I used Old Olive and Bumblebee. Well, no, we don't have Bumblebee. I used Mango Melody, and then I used Cajun Craze here. My daisies are white, and they have the Bumblebee center. And then today, right now, we're going to color this one in Calypso Coral, so it'll be lighter than the Cajun Craze. It's so easy to color with ink pads and an aqua pen. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your ink pad, and you're going to, let me zoom out so you can see me better. Whoops, I zoomed in accidentally. So you're just going to take your ink pad and squeeze it like this. Just squeeze it in the center, and so that when you open it, you get this ink in there. And so this is your watercolor palette right there. All right, let me zoom back in so you can see. There we go. All right. Now, your aqua pen. When you do watercolor, so those of you who have never watercolored before, the first step is getting the area you want to color wet. Okay, you want to get it wet. So just take your aqua painter here, squeeze it just a little bit. You don't want too much water. Dab it a little bit, and then just color in the area that you are going to paint. Okay, just coloring it with water. Okay. All right, once you've done that, you're going to pick up some color from your color palette, and you're just going to lightly go around the whole flower. Okay, and we're just going to get a light coating. Okay. Okay. Now we need to let this dry because I want to go in with some darker color. However, if I just add more color, the water is just going to pull it all over. So it needs to dry. So I'm going to let that sit there for a minute while I put the rest of the card together. Okay, so let's pull this over to the side, put this over to the side. And we need to remember our inside of our card. So I took whoops, zoom out just a little bit more. There we go. So I just took the daisy from the stamp set and put it here on the inside to give it a little different. You could put a sentiment up here if you want to, or leave it blank so you have plenty of room to write your letter or your card. There we go. Oh goodness, I did not trim that correctly. Yikes. I just noticed that that's too long. Hold on. Whoops. Get my trimmer out real quick. Ooh, on the fly mess up. Love it. Okay, so now this is going to be tricky because it's got adhesive on it, but that's all right. I can do this. Yeah. I forgot to come back here and cut the 1/4 inch off, so it was at 5 1/2. I don't want that. There we go. Yay, there we go. Okay. All right, so we have that part. Now, the next part I can do is this part. And we're going to, like I said, we're going to cut this piece in half. So just right up the center, like so. And then we're going to put a little adhesive on the back of each corner here, okay? And then I'm giving it, oh, I don't know, not quite a 1/4 inch. Whoops, uh-oh. It's stuck. Where are my tweezers? Here we go. Okay, and this piece here. And so then I want to get it about the same amount for both sides. There we go. All right, now we have it on there. So all I've done is cut the center and then spread it out so that now you can see the thank you really well. Okay, let's go back to our watercolor now. Should be dry. It's pretty dry. Okay. And we're going to add a little more color in. Now, where I'm going to add some color is wherever a shadow would be. So let me zoom in just a wee bit more so you can see. And behind each petal is going to be a little darker. Okay, so behind here is going to be a little darker. Okay, maybe a little more water. There we go. A little there. Okay, almost done. So like I said, this is the easiest way to watercolor flowers. Get a stamp of a flower that you like, get an aqua pen, get some ink pads, and just start. First you do a light coating, just a light wash all over the flower. Then you come in after it's dried and you add a little dark wherever some shadowing would be. And there you go, you're done. All right. See, that looks like I've got some, oh, it's the reflection of the water. I was like, that's white. No, it's not. It's colored on mine. All right, we are going to switch colors here, though. And this back here behind the flowers, that just looks weird. So, where is my paper towel? Come on, paper towel. Where'd you go? I need to switch out colors, and I've lost my paper towel. Here it is. Paintbrush is to squeeze, there we go, to squeeze the water out and to paint onto a paper towel. And now I'm going to zoom back out. There we go. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to paint very lightly in between where some sky might be. Okay. Now you want to be careful because you don't, wherever the water goes, that is where your watercolor is going to go. And now I'm going to go around my bouquet. Okay. So I don't need it way out here. I just want it around the bouquet. Kind of see where I started. Yeah, I started in here. Okay, I can see with the reflection of the water. There we go. Okay, this is, all right. Okay, now let's get, I'm using mint macron. You ready? Here we go. And like I said, wherever there was water, that is where, and I'm going to get this really thin because I don't want real dark color. Dab it off a little bit. Whoops, I need some color though. All right. There we go. And then if you want to, you can just keep going out and the water in the pen will thin it, will make it thinner and thinner color. There we go. All right. And now, whoops, I can see where I missed just a couple of areas of back behind there. Awesome. Squeeze that out. So we are done with our watercolor painting. Let me pull this up so you can hopefully see it a little bit. Yeah, it's really not showing up very well. Let me see if I can change the color of lighting. Oh, you can see it a little better there, but there's just this very light hint of mint macaron so that it doesn't look so flat. Okay. I want to go ahead and put it on the card and finish it, so I'm going to get out my heat gun. So this is going to be kind of loud, so hold on. There you go. Now we have a dried out watercolor. Yay! You know, I did this one in Calypso Coral and this one in Cajun Craze, and they almost look identical. Wow. I mean, I can tell there's a little more brown in this one than this one, but yeah, I wanted that to be lighter, but that's okay. It's still pretty. It's still pretty. All right, you need glue. You need liquid glue to attach this. Oh, you can see where I messed up there. Okay. All right, you need liquid glue because this sucker is thick and kind of a little bit warped, not too warped, but a little bit. Now, we are using for the design of this card, hold on, let me zoom out a little bit. Whoop, zoom in, zoom out. I'm using a card sketch from my card sketch book. This one here, this is card sketch 14. And when I created the book, I made this beautiful watercolor with this butterfly. So we're doing pretty much the same thing, but we're doing it with this beautiful bouquet. And remember, this bouquet is no longer available after May the 3rd. Now, we're going to pull it all the way over to the edge, okay? But we're also going to center it from top to bottom, all right? And you may want something heavy to hold on it. Let's see if I've got my big block. Yeah, here's my big block. There we go. Let it kind of hold there for a second while I clean up everything. All right, so I'm also going to tie some ribbon, and this is the cute gingham bumblebee ribbon. I love this ribbon, and our thank you. Put away my aqua pen. Whew. Oh, you know what I haven't done? I have not spun to see who the winner was. We can do that while this is drying. So let me pull this down, pull this up, go over. Let's spin. So last week's card challenge was the sketch using the strips of leftover stripped designer paper. And like I said, one of you, and I can't remember off the top of my head, did flowers, long stem flowers instead of strips of paper. Great idea. I loved how she really changed up the idea, but kept the sketch design in mind. All right, here we go. So we had 9 people enter, and we're going to spin and then see who that number is on the entries. All right, looks like number 8. Let's see who number 8 was. All right, here we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Kay Wurr! Awesome! Congratulations, Kay. You were the winner of last week's challenge. And this week's challenge is flowers. So you're going to create any card you want, any occasion, anything. It just has to have flowers on it. All right, so here we have our base. Like I said, oh, and I cut this at, what did I cut this at? 3.5 by 4 3/4. And then I just centered it and pulled it over to the right, okay? Now we're going to take our bow or I should say, take our ribbon and tie it in a bow. And if you don't have a pair of whoopsie, move over, good thing I looked up. If you don't have a pair of self-clamping tweezers, they are wonderful. And I just got mine on Amazon. Excuse me. So, just do that. And especially if you have fake nails, you need someone to hold it while you're trying to get that ribbon to go through there. Okay, this is twisted. I want to flip that over. There we go. Okay, and then just pull the tails so they're the length you want. Okay. Whoops, out of the camera. Sorry. There. Okay, now what I do is I take the 2 loops and the 2 tails and I pull them in opposite directions like that, or give them a good tug so that they're laying the way I want them. And also we need to trim these tails. Oops. Come here. Okay. And we're also going to, whoops, sorry, move it over to the side. There we go. We're going to lift it up. Actually, no, I think I might put it on this side instead. Let's see, which way should we do this? So we have the thank you here. Okay, we can pull it down. And we're just going to put that right there with a dimensional. Yay, we did it. And there we go. We have our card. Yay. One more time. Congratulations to Kay Wirrer, and I think that's how you say your name, Wirrer. I will be sending you a little something. And if you've won past card challenges in the past, but you never received your prize, would you let me know? I have found that the shipping is just crazy. So, and make sure I have your correct address. I know one person I didn't have the correct address for, and it went to the wrong place, but they have it now. Okay. You joined us this morning and that you are participating in the card challenge. I can't wait to see what you all create because you pretty much have free reign. All you have to make sure is that you have flowers in your card, okay? Can't wait to see them all. All right, you guys have a great time. Love you. Bye-bye.